Right. Well, I do love this about the business is that we get to meet people all over the world in different capacities. And tonight with me, I have Anya. Anya lives in Austria. I have just discovered after speaking to her for a quarter of an hour, a bit like, oh, we could have spoken German. But no, I will not impose the German on any of you here tonight. I have invited Anya as we look into, choices that we can make for 2025 in order to have a better life. I think lots of people are quite anxious about the situation in the world nowadays, about finance, about health, about, how to have different ways of making money in case the job goes or whatsoever. So these interviews are just an idea of sharing with you out there, people who are maybe looking for something else, how we came across the business that we're involved in and why. So, Anya, I'm delighted to have you here tonight. Thank you for sharing your time with us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, it's lovely that we can share all of this just genuinely and honestly, right? So, if you were to explain a little bit to the people listening, how did you end up joining an online business, and what has it done for you so far?
Well, I was joining an online business at a time in my life where I was really in a bad position, I would say, yeah, in a down moment of my life. And prior to that, I would have never imagined myself in an online business. Never, ever would I have
Me
seen
neither.
myself there. Yeah. Because I've always been with horses. I'm a horsey girl, yes. I have been all my life with horses. That means like I studied horse stuff. Yeah, I was learning to become a horse teacher. I was learning horsemanship and everything. I was working in a horse equipment shop for about like 10 years, 8 years. And I was never looking for something online. But then I was trying to finish an education with the horses, and it went pretty hard. Huh? COVID was hitting
Oh
us,
yeah.
and yes, it was a hard time, as we all know it. Huh? And I had got finances from the bank to do this education. Huh? But then with COVID, everything went just crazy, huh? And my finances were not going better. And yes, then I saw a colleague of mine, I would say. She was also a horsemanship coach, and I bought the saddle from her. And I saw on Facebook that she was doing something different. I was like, what the hell is she doing? Huh?
Yeah.
She is living the life I'm dreaming of. How is she doing that? Huh? And I was really wondering. And she then said to me, because I was reaching out to her and I was like, can you tell me what you're doing there? And she sent me a link to a masterclass to watch what she's doing. Huh? And I was watching this link and this masterclass, huh? And I didn't understand everything, but I saw the numbers. I
Mm.
saw the numbers, what's possible to earn, and because I had so much lack in money and everything, I was like, oh, okay, the numbers are very interesting. But because it was in English and I'm from Austria, English is not my main language, so I had a little bit of trouble understanding everything. Huh? And with that, I just put it aside. I was like, okay, when I finished my horsemanship stuff, then I will do that. Huh? Yeah, 8 minutes after that, the situation was even worse. And I was like, I couldn't even pay for the repair of my car.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like, okay, something has to change. So I reached back out to her, and she again sent me the link to a masterclass, to a new one. And I was like, oh, come on, I already watched it. So I watched it 5 times till I understood it a little bit more. And then I just followed my heart and said, well, these are the numbers I want to have in my life. So I will join this because I need to do something different. Because if I'm always doing the same thing and expecting different results, how shall that happen? That's not possible.
Yeah. Einstein
Yeah.
said that, right? Or something. I think it was the definition of madness is doing the
Yeah.
same thing harder and hoping you'll get a different result or something.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so I just jumped in and tried what I could do. Huh? And yeah, then I found myself in the online space, huh? Where I could have never imagined myself. And so far, it was an experience I also could have never imagined because I was learning so much about myself, so
Mm.
much what I could do, huh? So much like also the technical part, huh? I was so scared of the technical part that I
Oh, yeah.
couldn't do that or whatever, huh? And it was then easier than expected, huh? And I was like amazed by myself what I can do, huh? And I opened my business. I had my first sale with opening my business, what was really like mind blowing to me as
Yes.
well. Yeah?
Yeah.
And yes, I learned so much for myself, which is also helping me in all the other parts of my life as well, like with my partnership, yeah, with yes, creating a business, with also like experiencing life on a different level, like being more aware of life, being more aware of where you can be grateful for things, how you feel things, and everything. It's just so going on all the levels of your life, and that's just wonderful. Yeah, that's just like amazing and mind blowing. I
Yeah,
never
it
thought
is. And
about
we
that.
don't sort of expect it at first. And then I love the fact that we're all interested by different things because even though my line in the sand was financial, right? I've got to find a better way. This is not working. I'm not safe. I'm worried about the future and all of the rest. Yet at the same time, I'm not a numbers person. So I fell in love with the community at first. I was like, oh my gosh, these are the people that I want around me. They're doers, but they've got a heart of gold. They're, value based. They want to create a force for good, a wave of change in the world. And yes, they do also deserve to earn money. It's all very healthy, this mindset and all of that. But it was first of all the mindset, the compensation scheme. I was like, oh yeah, okay, right. That looks pretty good. If it only takes, that amount of sales and all of that. And I'm talking anyway about something that I honestly believe in. So, but then other people, it's just immediately they see the compensation scheme and they're like, wow. I mean, I
Yeah,
did see the compensation scheme and think, huh? This has got to be too good to be true. How on earth would a company manage to sustain that if they pay out, more like 50% to, their distributors? And it took me a while to understand that, yes, this was a decision that the company had made. No marketing, no advertising, no sales force. Is they have, distributors who buy, at least one of their four main products, because, how can you talk about something you don't have? And it's for our own health anyway. And then the money happens, but the compensation scheme does work, and it really is what it says it is.
yeah,
And I think what you've just said is also very important, is that it's not like a job. It's almost like a whole, it really changes us in ways we wouldn't have
yeah.
expected. I mean, I was certainly expecting having to learn the technical side, like you said. I was also a bit like, well, I know the basics, but not much more than that. And as I mentioned in the previous interview with you, I really did not like social media, called it digital prostitution and all of that. But I also discover now that I actually like it. It's enabling me to be a lot more outspoken also about what I think, how I stand. People who know me or know me as a coach or as an editor or, a go-to mentor for 50 plus women, they know that, I'm all about taking responsibility, owning our shit as well in life and learning from it. And, that basically we can be whatever we want to be, but we need to do something, right? We can't just lie there and wait for Mr. Right or God knows who to come and whisk us away to paradise and there go all our problems, because that doesn't happen. And we need to feel proud of ourselves, of what we're doing. But what we have here, as you said, is all levels.
Yes, and it's so wonderful because with this you can have an impact. What I see always, like because you mentioned this prostitution on social media, huh? I think there is so much shit stuff on there, yeah?
Mm.
And with this we can have the opportunity to also bring good in there, yeah?
Yeah,
To bring there that we have development, that we have like change for the world and everything, yeah? We can really follow our passion and do what serves us and what serves others. Yeah? And
yeah,
with this, we can have a positive impact on the world, and that's something really, really wonderful. And also with the finances, the compensation stuff. Yeah? When you see what people are doing with this money, yeah? Like once your cup is full, when you have everything from this, then you can really serve.
yeah,
You can help others. You can create things you were always dreaming of, maybe helping animals, maybe helping other people, maybe building up some homeschooling stuff for people or whatever it is, whatever can make a positive impact to the world, then you have the possibility because you have the money, you have the time, and you can do that. And
Right.
that's how huge change in the world can happen, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's something that's possible in here. Yeah.
And there's a lot of joy, right, in what we do. There's a lot of joy and happiness. And I believe that's what we're here for, right? We're not
Yeah.
here for a life of misery and of pain and fear. We are here for joy, and joyful people help other people. It's like, angry people don't. They make wars, and they're looking at what you've got, what I've got, and all of that. If we want to have a better world where we do all cooperate based on our common shared human values, there needs to be more of this ease, more of this joy. And that doesn't mean that it's not easy. That it is easy, sorry, that it's not hard. But it just means that we embrace that as part of our journey. And it just ties everything all in together. And it is this community of people who want to do good also for themselves. I'm also, so even on the level of spirituality almost, I'm a Nichiren Buddhist, where we say we have to do our human revolution, because by doing our human revolution and becoming the best version of ourselves and being happy, then we can, as you say, the cup overflows, and we're there to reach out and help others. When you're miserable and stuck in your own pain and problems, you're not there for other people. You don't even see them. You don't even hear them. So it is all about, with joy, embracing money, with joy, embracing success and celebrating each other's success. And we have a really incredible community with, thousands and thousands out there who are extremely successful, who are living lives that none of them would have ever imagined possible, yet they're still there, right? They haven't become, some other species out there. They come back in, they share their experience, they share how they learned, they share all very vulnerably all the things where they failed. And it just feels like a warm group of people who do want a better life. They do want money. We are in there to feel financially stable and to have this abundance that we can then share with others. But it impacts us on all levels, indeed, who we are and what you were talking about before, the confidence. We're learning stuff. So we're proud of ourselves when we're pushed.
Yeah, and also the wonderful thing is that there is no competition, It's just a level of we are doing this together, yeah? And we are winning together, and we can do this stuff together to make a change then, yeah? And yeah, we are like it's so always I had the feeling when I was a kid, those competitions are like putting me too much under stress. But if you do it together and you can make the best together out of it, yeah, then
Yeah,
we can grow even more because
yeah.
we are collaborating together and building the best for us all. Yeah?
Yeah, and
And
it
that's
is
something
incredible
really
because in
wonderful. Yeah?
effect, we are all selling the same product.
Yes,
But
yes.
we each do it in our unique way. And that's the whole philosophy behind this company, is
Yeah.
that we are ourselves. And through doing this social media, we become clearer and clearer on who we are as a person. What do we stand for? So we're not just, bombarding friends and family who are sick to the tears of us with, our water or our, whatever M God or whatever it is that we're so passionate about. It's just about showing up as who we are in all our truth and vulnerability, right? So it's not being superwoman all day long, but it's on the contrary, it's sharing also our fears and also our bad days, and also because it's helping others relate to us as human beings and seeing, how we can get ourselves out of those, stuck moments, in order to flow again with ease, with joy, and do what we have to do, but in a positive way and all together. Anya, thank you. What else would you have to say as last words to people who are looking at this thinking, okay, I don't have a clue what they're going on about, but actually maybe I should ask to hear more.
Well, I would just say get in action. Always get in action. Be open to learn and ask us. Ask us for more information. We have links where we can send you master classes where you have all the informations in, where you can inform yourself and have a look what it's all about. That you can make informed decisions.
Exactly.
Because not knowing about anything and just putting it aside is just not helping. If you first intuition which was coming from your heart was like, oh wow, that sounds interesting. But then your brain kicked in and was like, oh my God, I'm fearing, I'm maybe that's a scam, maybe that's this, maybe that's that. That's not your intuition. Your intuition is the one in your heart which says, well, I'm curious. Okay, then go with your curiosity
Exactly.
and inform yourself. It's easy, it's for free. Yeah? It doesn't cost anything. Yeah? It's just here to serve you. We just
Exactly.
want to serve and want to offer a solution to so many people which are having so many troubles and problems with our actual kind of living. It's
Yeah,
surviving. It's not even living. It's just surviving. So
exactly.
just get in action and get informed. I would say.
Thank you, Anya. And
Thank
indeed, for any of you out there, just ask me for a link and I will share it with great joy. And who knows, this might be what's going to change your life, just like it's changed mine and Anya's and thousands of others around the world. Thank you for listening. Now it's up to you. Action, as Anya said. Anya, thank you very much.
thank you so
All the
much.
best from me in Holland, The Hague, to you in Graz, Austria. Isn't that lovely? And to all of you out there listening in, wherever you are, have a lovely evening, day, morning, whatever it is. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.